I know you like to smooch.
I do.
A little sneaky smooch.
Yeah, a bit of a creep. Yeah. Do you think?
Good morning, party people.
Welcome to the breakdown with Nath and Johnny, where despite how much we annoy each other, we're not over each other yet. We just talk over each other.
Yeah, there is that. We've done it again. We're late to a video. I wanted to record this last week, but we couldn't make it happen. So
You know what they say, better late than never.
I think that's the case with this band too. We're checking out over each other. Linkin Park. This is the third single off the upcoming album, which releases next week, I believe.
Can I give you a little bit of a hot take on doing Linkin Park? Because it's been the three of them now that we've been a tad late to.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we're a tad late to Linkin Park videos at this stage in our channel's career.
Oh,
and the reason for that is when we do a band that we want to see, you know, we want to help them with the algorithm and boost views and stuff like on release day, bands like Ocean Sleeper and stuff like that, friends of ours that we want to help boost young bands and things, it's viable to do that for both us and them.
Yeah.
Linkin Park do not need any more fans. However, doing it a week or so late has given people, I think, a chance to listen to it more than once, probably watch another couple of reviews, digest it, and I think then it becomes more interesting once they've had time to let it sort of sit and play on their mind and think about it. Hearing a first review again is kind of a fun thing.
I disagree entirely.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to get to this eventually. We ramble, deal with it. I think by that stage, I see all the comments being like, you missed this, being like, it's our first time listening. Of course we missed it. And you don't get that when everyone's listening to it for the first time. Whereas a week later, you get all the people being like, actually, it's not the first time they debuted this. They debuted in wherever it was.
Yeah.
There was literally 30 comments telling us we're wrong about something that...
Well, that was because that was a live video, so that's a little bit annoying.
Yeah,
it's
I've
like,
seen on other ones,
yeah.
people comment on when you miss things because they've noticed them, and it's the way people comment them is very entitled. It's like,
Yeah.
I can't believe you fucking didn't know this thing about this band you've never checked out before.
Yeah, well, if you're one of those people and you've just like read 200 YouTube comments
And you've left
then
the
you
same
just be
one for everyone. Yeah.
By the way, guys, did you know this? No, we didn't know that. What we do know is it's almost summer here in Australia. And what better way to enjoy the sun on the east coast of Australia than to keep your peepers protected and your foreheads protected so you don't get all wrinkly and you can still be old and look kind of young and fresh like me.
I just accidentally coordinated.
Nice.
That's unintentional, but I like it.
I didn't.
Yeah, black and black, that works.
Black and black. All right, so yeah. So Nathan owns a sunny brand called Furor. You can check those out. But more importantly, we finally got hats back in the store, guys. We've got different variations. This one's the Welcome to Rift City. This one's the Good Morning Party People metal logo. And we have another style cap that you have not left on the table for me to try and sell to people. So thank you very much for that, sir.
Just keep watching videos, you'll see it featured more and more. There's a whole bunch of new stuff in the merch store. Johnny pointed out to me last week that we had some old stuff on there, so I got rid of the old stuff, put new stuff on. Heaps of new tees, hats, accessories. You can wear Johnny's face in a t-shirt if you're really that inclined. Anyway, over each other.
Thanks for hanging out while we ramble a
Are
little
you
bit.
expecting a heavy one as like the last single before it comes out? Or?
Nah, I'm feeling a little bit more sort of radio rock. But even the last one wasn't super heavy except for the big scream. So
It still had... The last song was, I think, more Linkin Parky than the first single.
yes, it was. Oh, I'd like some like more sort of like screamy verses. You know, a bit of playing between the two.
We'll see.
This is the letter that I didn't write. Looking for color in the black and white. Skyscrapers we created on shaky ground. I'm trying to find my patience, but you won't let me breathe, and I'm not ever right. All we are is talking over each other. There's nothing underneath. It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over
I know we talk about the music, but I love when you can fully follow a storyline of something like you know what they're saying and arguing about right now, but there's no words actually spoken.
Yeah.
I think that's great acting, great writing, great directing to make it easy to translate and follow along storyline without actual words being spoken.
For sure. It definitely serves the song justice as well when it ties in like that. So far, though, predominantly her vocals. And we haven't really heard any mic except for like down in the mix in the background.
This doesn't sound particularly Linkin Park to me so far.
It kind of sounds like a cross between like their Minutes to Midnight sort of sound and the One Last Light, so somewhere halfway between those.
Sure.
It's not as rock.
It doesn't have the trademark thing that makes Linkin Park sound like Linkin Park to me.
I agree.
Free fall into the pavement, 'cause you won't let me breathe, and I'm not ever right. All we are is talking over each other. There's nothing underneath. It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over each other.
Oh, cool.
Are we over each other? Are we over each other? I can't go to sleep. I lie awake at night. I'm so tired of talking over each other.
That panning's cool.
Say what's underneath. I wanna see your side. We don't have to be talking over each other. Over each other. Over each other. Over each other.
Really strong vocals. Yeah, really strong vocals. She's great
She was a
vocals.
ghost.
Oh, just got ghosted.
That's a cool little film clip for such a short amount of time to tell that storyline.
Yeah, it reminds me of the POD music video for Alive. That's the one that
I don't remember.
the car crash one.
That's a long time ago.
Well, I'm a little bit old. So
I didn't say it. Yeah, the song grew on me as it went. I think it progressed nicely for being only a 3-minute song. I liked hearing that bit of edge kick in her voice as she opened up in the chorus a bit more. And then that like whoa-whoa-y bit. We love a whoa-whoa.
that was great. Yeah, that was really good. I think that like her voice definitely carried that song because musically I found it. You know, and I know Linkin Park aren't the most technical band in the world. I know they're not. You know, they're not
Periphery.
exactly. But I did find musically I found it quite boring.
Okay.
I just didn't feel that it did very much. The halftime section was cool. Her voice definitely carried that. Now I wonder if that's potentially the intention, to give a song where people aren't focusing as much on what the music is doing to let her shine, because there was a really good balance of that melodic, like her melodic skill and that grit that she throws in. We got a little bit more range as well with the whoa-ohs and things like that. Really cool, like finishing note. But yeah, for me that one, like great music video as well. But for me that was the weakest of the three.
It's my least favourite of the three, too.
There's nothing in there except for hearing her hit some of those higher notes, which is really cool.
wonder
There's
what that's
nothing
gonna
that
sound
made me
like
go,
in an-
oh wow.
Album context, though. Whether that'll fit in and feel like a little breather spot. Maybe it'll be like, there might be something a bit more technical or heavy around it. So that'll be like a nice reprieve from that. I think it's a really cool thing seeing just a film clip with her, too. So they're kind of being like, you take the reins in this one. This is like, we're letting you be the front person of this band.
Yeah, I like that.
Which I think is cool.
I wonder how many people are going to get triggered by the fact that you said it doesn't have that thing that makes Linkin Park sound like Linkin Park. And by this stage, people are already in the comments going, they're not trying to sound like old Linkin Park. I get what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And if you are going to be Linkin Park, even if you are sort of starting anew and evolving and all that sort of stuff, you still want that thing that made you special.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Looking at the comments, they're all really very positive, which is cool. There's nothing in there that sort of talks about the actual music itself. It's like, I love Linkin Park, which is great. I think that's a really cool thing that we've seen. We talked about this very briefly, but I watched someone else's review of the last single, and in their comment section, I went and had a look, and it was everyone being like, no one cares about the controversy anymore. Like, we're just here to support the new band. I think that's turned around super fast, which is really cool. Linkin Park fans are actually coming out of the woodwork and being like, we don't hate this. We want to support this.
No,
Let's
for
go.
sure. Yeah, 3 songs in, people like. I think it was maybe just the initial reaction from everyone because it was such a shock.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a shock that they came back at all. It was a shock that they're doing it obviously without Chester, and it was a shock that they've decided to go with a female front person. And I think now 3 songs in, people have had time to, like I said at the start, had time to sit on it and aren't so sort of reactive like, she's a Scientologist, rah, I'm fucking triggered. So yeah, it's good that people are supporting it. I didn't love the production though in that. I thought it was a bit sort of...
Muted?
Yeah, lackluster. It did grow as the song grew, and again,
I thought that
serves
in
the
the
song well, but...
the first chorus, whereas that you won't let me breathe, and dun, 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 but it was very muted, and then there's just like a dun, 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 like it was all behind, and it felt like it was going to build something bigger, and then it just kicked into more guitars, but not necessarily like a wall of sound. And maybe live it'll do that.
Maybe it will. We'll never know until they come out here.
Good one. Yeah, do it like a bar. Come back out here. What did you guys think of Over Each Other, the brand new single from Linkin Park? Does that make you excited for the upcoming album From Zero? Drop a comment. Let us know your thoughts. If it's your first time here, thanks for taking some time with 2 idiots. We appreciate you.
We really do. And remember, hats, you can find them at the link in our bio. We got lots of cool merchandise. We also have socials and things that you guys can follow.
We didn't mention this before, but also if you want to get sunglasses,
there's a discount
code in the thing. Party people, if you want to use that. There they go. They hold up really well when they're thrown.
Really durable.
So you'll like that.
I mean, watch this.
Hits the padding on the wall for the insulation.
Comes back, hits me in the head. See you.